All right, guys. I'm alone in the studio right now. Hunter just went to the bathroom. So I'm going to start this all by myself. And I'm trying to think something funny I could say when she gets here. Because she doesn't know I just started recording. Okay, I'm going to say that I peed my pants. Right now.
That's an entrance.
Hey. I think I peed my pants a little bit.
That's nice. Actually?
Yeah. It didn't go very well.
Huh?
I already started the podcast.
Oh.
And I was going to prank you that I peed myself.
Oh.
That didn't go very well.
No.
And you already saw that was already recording.
Oh, it's okay.
We're kind of matching with the blue.
We kind of are. We kind of are. Is that our new thing? We always match.
Hello and welcome to
Welcome back again.
Thank you for listening today. That was it.
That was all. That's very nice.
No, but thank you for tuning in today. We have a lot of fun things. As always, we're going to answer some questions that y'all have answered in the Discord today, along with some other things we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So, let's go.
Tune in. Clock that tea. Drink some tea. Strap on
Suck
and
my
strap
pee-pee.
in. Oh.
Tell me how much you love me. Tell me you'll never doubt me. Tell me how much I changed your life. Say you can't live without me.
Something that I have been thinking about
Okay.
is that I found a new thing that makes me dysphoric.
Oh.
Oh.
You needed more?
Yes, apparently.
Tell me, what's up?
I get dysphoric when people hear that I don't eat red meat.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Especially when men hear it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's something that I rarely ever talk about on socials or things because I feel like it's not relevant, but I don't I became a vegetarian 10 years ago.
Mm.
And then I was a vegan for a few
Mhm.
years. And then I started eating fish and chicken, and now I haven't eaten red meat in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like in general, because you were also a vegetarian and vegan and all these
Mhm.
things, it's something that people always want to talk about and ask
Yeah.
about what you're eating and what you're not eating and why and how long and all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'm like, I'm so tired of it because
I get that.
I don't want to talk about this. I feel like people don't want to talk about my transness because they want to respect me, but then they can ask how many questions they want about what I'm eating and why I'm eating and
Yeah.
these things. And I just feel
Right.
so judged, even though that's probably not the thing. But I also realize now after talking about it with people after transitioning that it's even more difficult because I just feel like people are going to judge me even more because they're like, oh, you're a man and you don't eat red meat.
That's
Probably 'cause
weird,
you're-
bro.
Yeah, probably because you're trans. This not because you're not a real man or these things. And I'm like,
Shut up.
or oh, you'd build more muscle if you ate red meat.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I really hate.
I get that.
But you eat everything now.
Yeah, I do. It's weird. It's so weird. No, from not eating meat for 10 years
Yeah.
and then now doing it. Thing was, I was such a meaty before.
Yeah.
I love meat. Unfortunately, I hate that I do. But yeah.
I never really liked red meat because right now I'm not eating it just because I've just gotten so used to not eating it.
Yeah,
And
I
I
get
don't
that.
feel the need to. And I've just, just because I haven't eaten it, I just feel like in my head it feels weird or it feels icky
Mm-hmm.
somehow.
Mhm.
I don't want it.
I get that.
Because I ate, what the fuck was it? I ate duck yesterday.
Oh. I
And
love duck.
Of course you do.
Mm.
I was like, okay, it's a bird and it's not red meat, so I can eat it. But it reminded me
Mm.
of red meat.
Mhm.
So I just felt a little bit sick in my stomach when eating it. And I was like,
Right.
but I have to eat it because it's being served. And I said I wanted to try it, so I had to eat it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, but that's just something I thought about and noticed. And every time people bring it up, especially in public, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I can imagine.
I don't like it.
I get that. I feel like it's also, it is like you say, like a lot of people have a lot of different connotations to
Yeah.
whether or not you eat meat. Like a lot of people have different opinions and thoughts and la 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 la.
Yeah.
And I mean,
But that was like the hardest part for me about being a vegan. Because people always had their opinions, and I knew they did, especially the older generation.
yeah,
And it just bothered me so much, even though people were trying to just understand.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm
But
not
it's a
forcing
lot.
you to be a vegan. I just am.
That's the thing. It was also, yeah, no, I don't miss that either. No, people are so. Also, I hate when people comment about other people's food and stuff like that, and people have so many thoughts and opinions about that specifically. It can be really frustrating, also really problematic sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, this is not specifically related to being like vegetarian or vegan, but the other day, like my boss was like, she looked, because I had bought some like snacks for work, or like it was just a bar and like a Festies, like one of these like little juices, whatever, or like, I don't know.
Yeah, what the fuck do you call that?
I don't know, not a juice. What's it called? Not
More like a Gatorade, but it's not Gatorade.
yeah, kind of
Yeah.
like a Kool-Aid kind of situation.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had that, and I had like a little bit of a chocolate bar or something.
Yeah.
And then my boss just looked at it, and she was kind of like, like kind of judging it, and I was like,
The fuck?
oh, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm also like, you don't know what kind of associations I have with food.
Yeah.
What if that made me spiral?
Yeah, exactly.
That also,
never
I find
comment
that
about
so
people eating.
disrespectful from people when they do that,
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
So I didn't really appreciate that at all, actually. But I'm like,
Yeah.
can't really say anything either.
Yeah.
So I was just
always
like,
hate when people comment how much or how little someone's eating.
Yes.
I'm like, there's none of your business.
No, I've had so many comments over the years at the office I work at, like, oh, you're going to eat a pizza? While everyone else is eating like a salad. I'm like, well, yes.
Fuck you. Yes, I am.
Yeah, what about it? Like, I think it's so rude to
Yeah.
comment on, because
I've also gotten so much more like now after transitioning that people expect me to eat more and like encourage me to eat more. But before,
come on, you're a growing boy. La 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 la.
yeah, exactly. Oh, go take another portion of food. Take some more food. But before, I felt like that didn't happen as much because people will just. I guess they probably also assume that I don't eat as much because generally men eat more than women, but not in all cases, of course. And like usually, I used to eat like just as much as I eat now.
Yeah.
I eat a little bit more now, but yeah.
But basically, I just think people should stay out of other people's food.
You shouldn't stand in their food.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Not sit on it.
Don't trample my lasagna, bitch.
Yeah.
No, but it's just weird.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. But yeah, and then like you say, it kind of just adds another layer when you transition, and then people think like treat you differently based on that.
Yeah.
And like how you eat and no, I don't know. It's just
for
weird.
me, I just feel so much freer in a way because people don't judge how much you eat or what you eat as much, because which is like obviously sexist. For,
Yes.
like, for women, that they're not supposed to eat that much like candy and
Yeah.
fast food and these things, but if you're a man, it's fine, which is horrible and
Fully.
nasty. But if you're a man, you can't be a vegan or vegetarian.
No, that's definitely how it works. Totally.
Yeah. But that is toxic masculinity.
Yeah, no, it's
I
fucked
will
up.
not be a part of it, so I'm gonna stay out of the red meats. But I don't care if anyone else has red meat. I don't give a fuck. Do what you want.
Yeah. I missed it. There've been a lot of burgers lately.
Oh,
It's kind of nice. But I miss being able to say that I'm vegan or vegetarian,
why?
because it's so much better for the environment and for the animals
Yeah,
and
yeah,
for
yeah.
your health. And
Yeah,
I still believe in it, and I think people should, but I think I'm just less strict. I mean, I still eat a lot of vegetarian food, but I try to be a little bit more like, I'm just, I don't want to judge people either which way.
yeah, same. All right,
Yeah.
let's move on from the food. I'm a
Okay.
little bit hungry now, but
Yeah, me too. So let's segue to the next topic.
I don't have my segue. I just have my hoverboard.
Oh my god, hoverboard works too. So today we're gonna be answering a lot of questions that we have gotten in our Discord server. From
If you're not in the
people.
Discord, you better join it.
Get on it.
ASMR.
Okay.
While we wait for Hunter.
Content questions.
Don't you have to pee right now?
Oh my god.
I bet you do. I wonder how many people actually watch ASMR. I feel like it's a lot more than people think.
Yeah.
You don't?
ASMR?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do. I love it.
You do?
Yes, watch it every night.
I mean, I like it. Oh, sometimes on YouTube,
Yeah.
it'll come up in like YouTube shorts for me. And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, that's kind of satisfying.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily watch it.
Yeah.
I used to watch like wood carving ASMR.
Ah.
I like that.
Soap carving is also nice.
Oh, yeah. Soap carving's fab.
Yeah.
Okay. So one person asks us, maybe, what do you think are the differences between transitioning at a young age and transitioning when you're an adult? It's a little bit hard because, I mean, we both transitioned as adults.
Yeah, but not like when we were 30, 40, 50.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I think the biggest differences is kind of like physical changes that have already, at least from the trans femme experience, kind of like there are certain things that testosterone does to your body that you can't really, it doesn't necessarily change as much on estrogen / you can't really reverse it in the same way.
Yeah.
So if you transition very early before puberty, there are obviously things that change more if you have not progressed that far
Yeah.
in your puberty
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
So then you're going to come out being a bit more possibly passing in a sense if you start earlier with like estrogen and blocking your testosterone. So like your voice might not drop in the same, or your voice is not going to drop in the same way. You might not be as tall, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Some different things.
But only, if you start blockers. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blockers.
Blockers.
Yeah,
So I
that's
mean,
true.
I think those things obviously have a big difference. However, one thing that I think is good about transitioning later in life is sometimes I think you're mentally more prepared for it. From what I've noticed, like a lot of people who transition very early might have a harder time adjusting to all of the mental changes that happen because you're already going through so much at a young age that you're trying to deal with. And on top of that, transitioning and dealing with all of the effects that come with that.
Also, like having to be in school and
Yeah.
like, having to have approval, like help from your parents, and yeah,
So I think there's a lot of differences in a
and
way.
maybe also if you have transphobic parents, then it's a lot more difficult to like deal with that compared to if maybe you still have transphobic parents, but maybe you live alone, so it's less like. Of course, it's still horrible, but it's less like dangerous, I guess.
Yeah, or like you can do it in your own way in
Yeah.
a different capacity than if you were living at home and dealing with parents in the whole equation as well.
Yeah.
Because that's not necessarily, because like for me, for example, when I moved out, that's kind of when I started socially transitioning. So I already had a space to myself in a
Yeah.
way. I didn't really have to consider what my parents would think.
Yeah. I think though, like mentally, I think if you transition later in life, at least as a trans guy, I think you understand women better than people who transition really early. At least from what
That's
I've
true.
noticed when I've hung out with trans guys who maybe transitioned when they were like 15, 16, because they've never been a woman identifying person. You see that?
I guess, yeah.
In like early 20s or late teens, which is where a lot of things happen, and they never like experience that, which is good for them. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, but
Yeah,
still
yeah.
like I'm in a way grateful that I have that experience because I can relate a lot to women and I understand them a lot better. Than I think I wouldn't do that if I transitioned like in my early teens.
Yeah, I get that.
And also like in puberty and like early adulthood, you develop, or you have more time to adapt to female ways of doing things, or like how you act, how you talk, all these things that are maybe more difficult to change when you transition later in life, if that makes sense. Because I've had like so many years, especially as like 18-year-old, 19, 20, 21, 22, learning how to be around women and learning how to act just as a person in society. And now I don't want to do that anymore because I want to act more like myself, which is more male, if that makes sense. So it's harder for me to, like, I get more dysphoric because of the things that I've learned that are like just automatic to me now.
Right. Yeah, I get that. I see
like
that.
Intertwined or hardwired into my brain. And now I'm like, it's going to take more time for me to
rewire your brain.
Yeah. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying in my case, I really want to, because I don't want to, like I said, it makes me dysphoric to still have these ways of doing things or talking or walking.
Talking or walking.
Personally. But that's not the case for everyone.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I feel like there are definitely differences and they're important to note, but there are pros and cons to both, and whatever way you need to do things and whatever way you, whatever timetable you're on and timeline you're on is what is your life.
Yeah.
And you have to adjust to that.
It's meant to be.
You know, yeah.
But
I think things happen at the time they're supposed to happen also.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think maybe people who transition when they're 50, maybe they, of course that's difficult, but maybe they have kids that they're really grateful for that they wouldn't have if they transitioned really early. I don't know. You're on your own timeline, so there's no right time.
And there's no right or wrong when it comes to transitioning, when it comes like timeline wise.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like it can feel stressful, at least when you meet people who are the same age as you, but they're so much farther into their transition.
Yeah.
Which sometimes I can feel like, oh, I'm so behind.
No, I feel the same all the time.
When really, of course, you shouldn't compare yourself to other people and to other people's transition.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
All right, next question. Somebody asked, is the transition easier when you're in a relationship?
I think it can be easier and also be another thing to deal with.
I can imagine.
Because it's easier in the sense of, or at least in my experience, that I've had that personal support throughout my journey, and I always have, like, even though I have my family and friends, like, of course my girlfriend is always going to be like the closest because we live together and we're like in a relationship. So I know I know I can always talk to her. I know that she will love me no matter what. So I always know that I have that love, which can be difficult to realize, or it can be difficult to realize that you are loved or can be loved when you are trans. So for me, it's been really helpful to know that I have that. And I don't have to worry about, will someone love me even though I'm trans, or will someone find me attractive, because I always know that she does. But then, of course, in the beginning, it was also difficult because there was a lot of worries about, will it be weird for her? Because we got together before I transitioned. So I was like, will it be weird for her in my transition? And will she always have the memory of me as a woman in her mind? Or like, is this too much for her? Should I do this alone? Just a lot of other thoughts.
Yeah.
That can be hard to deal with.
Yeah.
But in general, I'd say it's a very positive thing. But it also very much depends on your partner. Like, if they're a toxic person, then of course, not very helpful.
No. I think it comes down to a lot of like if you have somebody supportive and who's right for you and who doesn't mind, I mean, that must be a nice experience to have. However, yeah, it can get toxic. It can depend a lot on the person. I feel like I've personally, I mean, I don't know since I'm not in a relationship, but I could imagine that it could also be kind of stressful because then you feel like you have to fit in to the gender that you align with quicker almost, so that they will see you that way, so you don't feel as dysphoric about it, and so on and so forth. Instead of just taking your time and doing it the way you feel like you need to do it. So I feel like it's like it could be very up and down, depending on the scenario. But I can imagine it must be nice having someone who is supportive. So in that sense, it must be a nice experience.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next
Número
one.
3. Nummer 3.
How do you lose anxiety when going to the gym as a trans person? Because I feel like I'm not as valid like a cis man when I'm going to the gym.
I feel like, of course, the anxiety goes way the further along you're in your transition, especially with like testosterone and top surgery. So before that, it's definitely difficult and hard to go to the gym or just be at the gym. And I just personally remember thinking that everyone stared at me and I didn't know what to do, and like just felt like I'm not like the other guys here. So I think what helps is to like try to go to the gym when there's less people, try to wear something you feel comfortable in, try to listen to music you like. But yeah, mostly going to the gym when there's less people, that definitely helps. And just try to remind yourself that people usually don't give a fuck about you and what you do. And you're just a random fly in one of their random days. So even if they do think about it or pay attention to it or just like see you, then they're gonna forget about it 5 minutes later.
Yeah, I think it's so common with anxiety to like, because obviously a lot of it is just our own thoughts and our own things going on. To just keep in consideration that people really don't pay as much attention as you would might think. Like, even if they're looking, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are thinking the things that you think they are thinking. I know it's hard to
that's
like remind yourself, but it's important to try and think about.
That's the thing with anxiety though, because you could you create your own reality. So the more you think about something, the more your body will believe that it's true. So that's why it's so powerful to try and change the way you think, even though it's hard and that takes time. Whether it's about dysphoria or just anxiety in general, since like from what I've learned about my journey with anxiety, which has been long, and like talking to therapists and everything and going through all of that, and I've gotten a lot of like tools that helps me with anxiety that I've also been able to use when it comes to anxiety and related to dysphoria. And a lot of it is cognitive behavioral therapy, I think it's called. It's what I've worked with the most, and it's what's been the most helpful.
Are there any things that you would say like therapists have helped you with when it comes to dealing with anxiety that are like also related to your transition, for example?
I mean, like I haven't talked to a therapist during my transition, or I did in the beginning, but more so because I had so much anxiety about other parts of my life. But like I said, I got a lot of tools for the anxiety, like especially with cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, right? I could just say that. I got like exercises that I could do to help me reduce my anxiety by doing things that are difficult, which I've definitely tried to implement now with things that make me anxious about my transition. For example, doing something that makes me anxious because I think people might realize that I'm trans or something. That I just know, okay, now I have to do this anyways, because that means next time it's going to feel a lot easier because I know that I learned this from my therapist.
Yeah.
And also talking to a therapist can feel really reassuring to have someone that hears you, that understands, that just wants to help you. Especially if you have like a really good therapist. So for me, like talking to a therapist has been really, really helpful, and that's like 1000% true. It's what I always recommend to people as soon as they feel shitty about something, or if they're depressed or anxious or whatever problem they have. That's why I like have made, not forced or made my girlfriend talk to a therapist, but she's doing it now, and I see that is working so well. So thankfully today we have a paid partnership with BetterHelp. So a therapist will listen, ask questions, and help you see things from a new perspective. And they can give you advice and techniques to make positive changes in your life. And BetterHelp is the paid partner of this episode, and they're on a mission to make starting therapy easier, since it's not always that easy. So after you fill out the questionnaire, you will match with a therapist as soon as possible.
What's nice about BetterHelp is also if you ever feel like it's not the right fit, or if it's not working, you can also just switch therapists at no extra costs, which is lovely.
With over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 star rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is the platform you can trust. So you can click the link in our description or go to betterhelp.com/T&T and get 10% off your first month of therapy. Yay, therapy!
Woo!
Therapy.
I'm just curious if Hunter has some cool hair tips for the dolls. My hair is just a fucking disaster, so I'm sure it's not. I'm gonna start there. However, yes. Let's get into it.
Let's get into Hunter's hair lesson for the dolls.
For the dolls. If your natural hair is not at a point where you want it to be, then obviously wigs are a very great addition that you could look into learning more about. My biggest tip there is, yes, it's expensive. However, human hair is always gonna, in my opinion, be so much more euphoric than a synthetic wig, because first of all, it's easier to style. You can use more heat styling products with it.
Better quality, or is it better quality?
Yeah, of course. I mean, yes, it's better quality. It's I mean, you can just do more things with a human hair wig in general.
How do they get so much human hair? Like, where does it come from?
That's an entirely different discussion. You know, it depends on the vendor. I mean, obviously a lot of it comes from donations, but that's for more, I would say, probably better quality wigs.
Yeah.
There are good human hair wigs and there are less good human hair wigs. Some of them are literally, from what I've heard, from like
drains.
Yes. Which is disgusting, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, so there is just kind of like, you need to learn how to play around, figure out what you like, figure out the hair colors you like, figure out the kind of lace that works for your own head. If you have a big head, if you have a small head, like, these are important things to know when you're ordering. So if you want to do the full install situation, for example, and like you want it to look like your hair all around the perimeter of your face, you need to make sure to get like a 13x6 lace front wig, for example, or a 360 lace wig. Right. So that when you install it, you have enough lace to glue down to your face to blend it into your face skin, so that it looks so that it looks natural. But if you want something,
touch the face skin.
However, the problem, or not the problem, but what can be frustrating with a wig like that is the fact that it takes some time to, you know, glue it down and make it look nice. And
Can you wear it for multiple days?
Yes.
Oh.
So, for example, the wig I'm wearing now, I installed yesterday.
Right, because I was thinking that you...
Yeah, so I didn't do it again today. Yeah. I didn't take it off and glue it back on. It's still installed from yesterday. So that's nice. So it can last like multiple days. Some people even wear it for weeks, but then you have to like really prep it well and install it properly and so on and so forth. And also like touch it up.
What happens with your hair underneath?
Huh?
What happens with your hair underneath?
Well, right now I have a wig cap on.
But if you have it for weeks, doesn't it get like greasy under there? Or?
Yeah, it's not the best. Like, it's, I would say I'd recommend to not do too much physical activity to the point where you're sweating a lot, because then it's gonna...
Well, maybe if you're bald, it's better.
Yeah, probably. Depends on what you got going on underneath. But basically, you can play around with that. Also, get good heat tools. That helps a lot. So a nice curler, a nice straightener. If you wear wigs, I would recommend getting a hot comb so that you can like really lay a wig nicely and like make sure it looks nice and sleek. Get a wax stick. Sleek.
Oh my god, remember the sleek highlight palette?
Oh my god, right.
I had that.
That one was iconic.
Highlighter.
Oh, I want to get that one again, actually. That's a good reminder.
I probably still have mine.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
You want
I
it?
love... no. It's
like
old.
10 years old.
I need to get a new one.
No, probably 8 years old, I think.
That's crazy.
You don't want it?
No, I'm good.
I think I threw it away, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway. So yeah, it might be a little expensive to get started with wigs, but once you learn how to do it and you can do it nicely, it's fun to also switch it up because then you can play with different hairstyles. You can
hair colors.
Try a lot of different things without also like messing up your natural hair. But for your natural hair, I'd recommend focusing on good products that work for your specific hair type. So for example, if you have curly hair, get a lot of products that are meant for curly hair. Look into curly hair routines. If you have more straight hair, you can use a little bit more basic products, for example, because there's not as much to do. And be careful with using too much heat on your own natural hair. Focus on like nice styling products. Put a little bit of time and effort into your routine, and it should help a lot. Also,
you shouldn't shampoo too much.
No, only wash your hair maximum twice a week, I would say. It's a good tip. But also, for example, you can use like, if you struggle with like hair thinning or stuff like this, make sure to if you're not on hormone blockers already, but like you could get on finasteride, for example, and also complement that with a minoxidil spray, which helps with hair regrowth. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Hunter, for the hair tips.
You're welcome. On to the next question.
Hair tips.
Somebody asked, what is the most difficult part of beginning the social transition with your family?
Being misgendered all the time.
Yep, I agree. And also just having
to come out.
But
yeah. That part is difficult, but I feel like the frustrating part and like annoying part and hurtful part, for me at least, was to be misgendered. A lot.
Yeah.
Especially like I feel like for me at least, the first weeks or months, I was like, okay, I know this is gonna happen and it's fine, because I'm also still like getting used to it. But after that, when people still misgender you when it's been like a lot of months, then it starts getting like really annoying.
Yeah.
Like hurtful. So I'd say that's the most difficult part.
Yeah, I would say so for sure as well. I feel like a lot of it's kind of like them still clinging, like family can very easily still cling on to who you used to be and who you used to present as and so on. And that can be very frustrating because it becomes a little bit like, oh, okay, you're still mourning that aspect of me, which to me is not me, but you're not really embracing the new, or like the more genuine aspect of me, which can be annoying.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's not. So yeah, I think that is a frustrating part about it.
Yeah.
For me, a lot of it was like finding the courage to say something. Like it took a long time for me to tell my mom because I was so scared. I don't even know why. I knew she wouldn't react horribly, but it was just hard to get the fucking words out.
I get that.
So yeah, I think that's that on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Did your hair texture change when y'all started HRT?
For me, I don't think so. Not that I've noticed at all, because I was looking forward to having more like curly hair, but
I haven't noticed that big of a difference with your
and
hair
now
actually.
And now since I have it so much shorter, it's like even less curly.
Yeah.
Because if I grow it out, if it's a little bit longer, that like the same length I had before I had a buzz cut, I could make it like wavy and like a little bit curly with like products and everything, but not more than before. So nothing changed for me, just besides from losing hair.
Right.
Yep.
My hair texture did change a little bit. Got a little bit wavier.
Yeah.
Slightly. Nothing crazy, but a little.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it is common. I've seen a lot of people get like very curly hair.
So then it's not linked to estrogen or T, it's more linked to hormone changes.
Maybe.
Because it feels like everyone just gets more curly hair from HRT in general.
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like, yeah. I think a little bit.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit of that. A little bit of that. Okay. Another one is if you meet someone now. Oh my God. What are you doing? If you meet someone now that you have not met since before transition, how do you tell them? Or is it just an elephant in the room? I mean, I think in our case, to be honest, we're very public about it on our social media. So it's not like necessarily that new.
Yeah.
Or like it. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like it's an elephant in the room. I feel like if it were somebody and they didn't clock it right away, I would just tell them, or like just bring it up
I think
casually.
they will understand. Or
Yeah,
like,
it's
they
not
will
like
see it,
yeah, exactly.
If you feel like anxious about it, maybe just send them a message before, being like, "Hey, I don't know if you know, but my name is Benji now," or whatever your name is. And
Yeah.
So please.
I'll also tell them that my name is Benji. No.
Okay, Benji.
Benji now? No, not Benji. Just Benji now.
Benji now.
I'm Benji now.
Okay.
Are you Benji past? Or just Benji?
So yeah, I'm Benjamin. Jan Moritz.
Jan Moritz.
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 Oh. Anyway, yeah. I'm Benji now. I feel like it's usually not that big of a deal, but if it is,
Fuck that person.
just pretend you don't know them. Honestly.
Just be like, that wasn't me. That was my sibling.
That was someone else. You have a twin. You didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Separated in the womb. Very distant. Anyways.
Next one.
Shout out. So the next question is, what are you going to do when you find your parents have told your outer family, for example, uncle, grandma, etc., about it, but you're not sure how to respond to the whole thing? I guess like if they come out on your behalf.
Well, I asked mine to do that for me.
Yeah, for me, I did not mind. But you want to know something funny? My mom told me this the other day, and I think it's so hilarious. You know what my grandma asked my mom?
No.
For context, my grandma lives in Kazakhstan. And Kazakhstan. And she's very Russian and very oblivious. Or I think she understands, but she doesn't want to believe it's true that I'm trans or whatever. But she asked my mom the other day when I'm gonna find a girlfriend. So to make that clear, she still somehow believes that I am a straight cis man. Like, I am the girlfriend. What are we talking about?
So she doesn't know, or what?
I guess not. I thought she knew. I mean, she's seen videos and pictures of me.
She's in denial.
She's in denial, down. And I just think it's so funny. Also, I found out that apparently my cousins and my uncle have listened to the podcast.
Oh,
or maybe not my
ones?
uncle, but my cousins in Kazakhstan. And I just think it's so funny because it's just interesting. Like, because for them, it's really crazy the fact that we can even talk about being trans.
Yeah.
And they've told my mom, like, if I lived there, I would probably get beat up and all of this and that. And I wouldn't dare to be talking about all of these things. And I just think that's sad to hear. And I'm also like, shout out, hi, by the way, if you're listening. But it's just crazy the fact that, like, the Russian side of my family kind of just deny or, like, don't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, I told my mom, like, you can tell my grandma that I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't have any relationship with her whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if they know or not.
Yeah.
And like, in a way, I don't want to always have to bring up it. Like, I don't want to have to be the one to tell them on my own. If I don't have a relationship with them, why am I just going to text them like, hey, I'm a tranny? Like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But at the same time, I'm like, it's so weird the fact that she asked my mom when I'm gonna find a girlfriend. Like, what?
What did she say though?
I don't know what my mom said, actually.
Oh, not yet.
I have no idea, but I'm like, I think my mom sometimes has a little bit of a, like, it's not that she's ashamed. It's not that she doesn't want to talk about it. I think sometimes she just doesn't know how to respond to other
Yeah.
people asking about it.
Maybe she also thinks that, or she knows that they're not going to understand.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, I kind of wish sometimes that she would take that fight for me and would just be like, no, but this is the scenario.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to always have to be the one.
Yeah. I get that.
But so, yeah, I don't know. For me, I don't mind. Like, I
Same.
almost prefer, like, my family just
Yeah.
telling.
But
rest of
if
my
it's
family.
something that you want to do yourself and then your parents do it for you anyways,
That is not cute.
no.
I think
And
they should
in that
ask you
case-
first.
Yeah, exactly. But in that case, I feel like maybe ask your parents how they said it so that you know, or maybe ask your relatives if you feel comfortable. Like, okay, do you have any questions about this? Or like, what do you feel about it? Or whatever.
For
If
sure.
if you want to say it in your way, or if you want them to know certain things, then maybe bring it up when you see them. If you're able to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Agreedo burrito.
Agreedo burrito. Okay, next one. Final one.
Final question. What type of swimwear do you wear as a trans person?
Oh. Whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
I mean, I personally, I do a bikini.
But, so do you have to tuck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I don't have to, but I do it.
Yeah. How?
How I tuck?
Like tape.
No. I usually use a tucking panty underneath.
Underneath the bikini.
Yeah.
So two.
Or tuck with the bikini.
Like a tucking bikini.
Yeah,
Okay. Didn't know they had that.
they do.
I do for my trans masks.
Mm.
Of course, wear whatever you want. But if you're feeling dysphoric, I recommend, of course, bathing shorts. I like personally when they're a little bit longer, so they hide more of the thigh. So I have ones that are like to the knee or directly above the knee, and not the ones that are like in mid the thigh
Right, yeah,
situation.
Yeah. Mhm.
Which is really hard to find because all of them are like short. But I had to search it up for like, what were they called? Like more like surfing type shorts, swimming shorts. And then they have swimming binders. I don't have any good ones to recommend, but you can look it up. Don't wear a normal binder, wear a swimming binder. Trans tape also works for binding, which is what I always use. And I always wear a rash guard on top of it, which you can also wear on top of a binder, for example, just to hide the fact that you have trans tape or a binder, even though it might still be visible, especially if you have like a tighter rash guard, but you can get like a black thicker one that covers a little bit more. And usually they're made for like kids or surfers because they are like completely UV proof or sunproof. So you don't need to wear any sunscreen, which is nice. But they're really nice to swim with, and they look pretty good in my opinion also. Yeah.
Nice.
I won't go swimming. Next time I go swimming, I'll have had top surgery.
Oh yeah. What date is it? How long is it now?
Hafahala.
It's like next month. No,
It's
Month and a half.
November 10th, so less than 2 months.
that's crazy.
Right.
Oh my god, I feel like we need to do something special when you get your top surgery.
Yeah.
What should we do?
We'll do a top surgery episode. The first episode I'm back from top surgery. We can talk all about it. All right, y'all.
Okay. It's been a very nice episode, y'all.
Thank you all so much for listening. As always, please follow us on Instagram at Transparent.
And don't forget to join the Discord, where sometimes we'll answer your questions out of the blue. Sometimes
you can vibe with people. You can vibe with people in there.
Yeah, I love seeing people just vibing and chilling and talking and hanging out in there. It's very, very fun.
Yep.
So if you want to be a part of that, go join.
Join the Discord.
Thank y'all very much for being here in this episode, and we will see you in the next one.
Yes,
we love you very much. Bye bye.
Hejdå.
Hejdå.
Going low like the baseline, tryna come through. Told him hit me on a FaceTime. I don't really like to waste time. All I see is O's like the number on the waistline. Told her slim to talking down. I don't got the time for it. I don't like to mess around. See, they know what I'm about. When they come into my town, they gon' hear that I'm him. That's my only pronoun. Nothing come free. I don't take pace, but I still get cheese. Got a brand new whip, but it don't need keys. Push a button for it now, but don't ever push me like.
Girl, go get it. Yeah, I said, girl, go get it. Yeah, girl, go get it. Yeah, I said, girl, go get it. Yeah, girl, go get it. Yeah, I said, girl, go get it. Yeah, girl, go get it. Yeah, I said, girl, go get it. Yeah.
Told him that it's cool, dog. Yeah, I graduated. I could take him back to school, dog.